Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Peace be upon you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome all. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our 57th webinar for the Arab English Teachers Association. I am the president of this association. I am Shawqia Hawawre from Palestine. I welcome you all, and I want to thank our guest speaker from Palestine, Mrs. Wala Aqba. And also, I won't forget to welcome all my participants from all over the world. Welcome all and have a nice, inshallah, time. Now, this webinar will talk about paragraph writing. As you know, writing is one of the important English skills, and as educators, we should concentrate on this skill and encourage our students to write paragraphs well. And Mrs. Wala is going to present about this important and useful topic, and we will listen to her. But before that, let's watch this short video. Please, Mrs. Wala, can you play the video?
Okay.
Thank you.
There's a place I have found in the shade on the ground, far from all worries and troubling sound. When I go there to be by myself, only me. No one can guess what I came there to see. There's a sun in the sky, there's a cloud drifting by. All kinds of birds make you wish you could fly. And in the distance I see someone waving at me. I hope that it's you, but who else could it be? I guess it would be nice to belong in your arms. I hope you feel the same way too. Na 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 na. I guess it would be nice to belong in your arms. I hope you feel the...
Yes. Now let's introduce our guest speaker, Mrs. Wala Aqba. She's a teacher from Palestine. She has BA from the Arab American University, and also she has MA from An-Najah National University, and she is former lecturer at the Arab American University. Also, she has several international certification as a professional development for teacher training, and also she has participated in a conference at AAUB and another conference in Turkey in 2020. Also, both are about creativity in teaching during for elementary level students. She is MIE Microsoft expert, and also class 2022 to 2023, and a lot of other achievements. MashaAllah, congratulations on these achievements, Mrs. Wala, and floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for this introduction, Mrs. Shawqia. I'm glad to be with you today to talk about paragraph writing. MashaAllah, Mrs. Shawqia has talked about why it's important to talk about paragraph writing. So today's lecture will be about paragraph writing with me, Mrs. Wala Aqba, as Mrs. Shawqia has introduced me. Our agenda for today is about introducing self, as Mrs. Shawqia has done. We will talk about paragraph definition, why it's important to talk about paragraphs and to write paragraphs. We will talk about paragraph rules. It's important to know some of the basic rules of structure when we want to write a paragraph. We will talk about the Burger method, and we will talk about the parts of the paragraph. Each part will handle the definition, the components. We will talk about connectors or transitions, the types of sentences we can have, and we will have also some examples on each part, and you will practice. You will do a quiz, one simple quiz, and you have to practice writing as well. To make sure that our information source is from Cambridge. I want to make sure that my information source is from Cambridge, mainly the book of the Unlock. Unlock is one of the main books that we have taught at Arab American University. So my information source is Cambridge and its book Unlock. Before we start with our topic and talk about paragraph, I have this game. I tried to make it on Kahoot and Word Wall, but it was for me since I have to pay to make it efficient. I have these five sentences. Each one is in one color. This is the first sentence, second, third, fourth, and the fifth sentence. What I want you to do is to rewrite this sentence or reorder this paragraph. This is a paragraph and it's scrambled. What you have to do is to reorder it. Which sentence has to be the first, the second, the third, the fourth, etc. Five sentences, and you have 2 minutes to do this exercise. I have these sentences for you, and you have to reorder them. So it's 5:15. At 5:17, I can read your answers. I will make it clear here. I have the full screen where you can see the sentences. What I want you to do is to write in the chat box which sentence should be the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth sentence. And you can start. You have 2 minutes.
Yes, Mrs. Wala, someone says to you, can you number them? Make sure to put the numbers.
Yes, okay. I will number
Put
them.
beside each one.
Okay,
Yes,
so I have this number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and this is the fifth one. So I have numbered them. Number them, please. Yes, I have numbered them. Okay. I think that time is up. The 2 minutes are okay. I have Bara'a and Bushra. Bara'a has numbered them 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. Okay, Ahmed, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. We don't have 6. I think that you mean 3. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Okay. Other answers. Okay, so I have mainly 2 answers. Okay, 3 answers. Now there are 3 answers. Mrs. Bushra 24153, Mrs. Bara'a 12543, Mr. Ahmed 12453. Okay, so let's see which sentence should be the first. Mrs. Bara and Mr. Ahmed has mentioned that it's number 1, whereas Mrs. Bushra has said that it's number 2. Traffic congestion, traffic jam has negative impacts on life. I think that Mrs. Bushra is the one who's correct. So the first sentence should be 2. Okay. The second sentence, you mentioned that it's 2. No. Mrs. Bara has said that it's 4. I'm sorry, it's not 4. Okay. So I will quickly number them, and at the end of the lecture, inshallah, we will see the correct answers. Okay. Number 1 is 2. Okay. The second sentence has to be 1. The third sentence has to be 5. I will explain that later when we finish paragraph writing. The fourth sentence has to be 3. And the last sentence is number 4. I'm sorry, no one has done them correctly. I'm sorry for that. Okay, I have 12543. Sorry for that. No, the correct answer is 21534. So this is the correct answer. I will erase that because you have to reorder them once again, inshallah, when we are done. Okay, so as you see, paragraph writing is not that easy. I have 5 sentences and you have to order them. Unfortunately, you didn't do that correctly. So this is the importance of why we should talk about paragraphs. As we know, paragraphs are distinct blocks of a text. When you want to write an essay, you have to use paragraphs because the essay is a number of paragraphs. So you cannot write essays without knowing how to write paragraphs. I will not talk about introductory paragraph and the concluding paragraph. Okay, they have different components rather than the paragraphs in the body. So I will mainly talk about the body paragraphs. When we want to talk about the essay, I will talk mainly about body paragraphs. Okay, not the introductory paragraph and not the concluding paragraph because, as I mentioned, they have different components. So we know that in the language consists of sounds, sounds make words, words make sentences, and the group of sentences make paragraph. So paragraph is a group of sentences and they have or sentences have to talk about one topic. When we want to make anything or we want to write about anything, we have to talk about a topic. You want to write a poem, you have to have a topic. You want to write an essay also, you have to have a topic. You want, for example, to write a novel, you have a message, you have a topic to talk about. Articles, the same. So you have to have a topic to talk about. And to talk about your topic, you have to have different sentences, and these sentences lead to paragraphs. Okay, so this is the first thing we have. We have the definition of paragraph, which is a group of sentences about a topic. When you want to write a large piece of writing, you have to have a topic and different sentences. Now, so we talked about paragraphs, and now we have to talk about the rules of writing these paragraphs. Can you write in the chat box about the rules when you want to write a paragraph? What rules can you take in mind when you want to write? You can write a random paragraph, you can write only sentences that come to your mind, or what rules you have to have in mind when you want to write a paragraph. So can you share your ideas in the chat box? Can you talk about some of the rules we have when we want to write a paragraph? And have 2 minutes. 5:24, 5:26, I will read your answers. What rules can we have when we want to write a paragraph? So talk about rules. If you like, you can raise your hand and I can allow you speak. If you like, you can just raise your hand or write. What rules can we have in order to write a good structured paragraph? Okay, all the sentences should be about the topic without deviation. Excellent. Writing rules of punctuation. Excellent points. Yes. Grammatically correct. Excellent. Wow. Good participation. Thank you. Okay, other ideas you have in mind? Cohesion of ideas. Thank you. Yes. Okay. The paragraph should be coherent and cohesive. Excellent points. Thank you, Mr. Sayed, Mrs. Asma, Mrs. Bushra, Ms. Nahid, Mr. Sayed, and Mrs. Bushra. We have to have connected ideas. We have to connect ideas. Okay, most welcome. Thank you. Okay, so thank you for your active participation. In fact, all the answers you have mentioned are 100% correct. So whenever you have to write a short paragraph or a long paragraph, you have to follow the rules you have already mentioned. The paragraph should be coherent and cohesive. We have to edit and monitor. Good. You have to brainstorm your ideas first, then you have to edit, you can monitor, you can proofread your paragraph. It should be grammatically correct, and we have to pay attention to punctuation, and we have to talk about one main topic. We have to write sentences that are relevant to the topic. There should be a topic. Yes, excellent points. Thank you very much. Yes. So all the ideas you have mentioned, I have them. So each paragraph should be about only one topic, as you mentioned. We cannot write a paragraph without a topic. So we have to have a topic. The second thing is that the other sentences should develop the topic itself. We have another thing which is excellent good handwriting. Good. So we have to have good handwriting. If we write it by our hands, or why do I have black screen? Okay. Or we should have good typing without making mistakes. So you have to pay attention to spelling also, and to write in one tense that's related to grammar. Excellent. So you have to write using one tense. If you are talking or if you are writing using the present simple, you have to continue using the present simple. If you have your story, for example, in the past simple, you have to continue writing using the past simple. Okay. So as you mentioned, it should be about one topic. All the sentences should be relevant. Sorry, I have a problem with my PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm trying to reload it once again. Okay, I hope it will work. Okay, I think I have another copy here. Paragraph writing. Okay, I have it now. Sorry for this. Okay, Mrs. Nahid. Okay. Each paragraph should have a topic sentence followed by explanatory sentences till the end sentence. That is lead to next paragraph. Excellent. Yes. So your paragraph should talk about one topic. You have to have coherent sentences that when you want to write an essay, you have the last sentence as an introductory for the second paragraph. Thank you. And to keep the track of symmetry. Thank you very much for your points. Excellent. Okay. So you have to keep this topic in mind and try not to include irrelevant sentences. Now, I'm sure that you all heard about the burger method. I have a burger here and it's closely related to writing. Can you guess what's the connection between the burger and the paragraph? I have a burger here and it's closely related to paragraphs. Can you write the similarity between the paragraph and the burger? Or if you like, you can raise your hands and you can speak up. Okay, I have the burger and it's closely related to paragraphs. Can you know the similarity between them? Okay, no one has. Okay, I have Mr. Karam. Yes, I think she's Mrs. Ruba. Okay, so I will.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Hello, Miss Ruba.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I am. I think the similarity between the burger pie and the writing paragraph or writing text is that a burger pie doesn't have anything mainly, just has a piece of meat. But you can add cheese, you can add sauce, you can add mayonnaise, you can add tomato, you can add whatever you want. It is like the paragraph. It has a basic idea, and you can add details on this idea. I
Excellent
think
point. Thank you very much. So your paragraph is to add more information. Excellent. Thank you very
yeah,
much.
information, and you can add details, you can add information, you can add statistics on this information. I think
Yes.
the right for me.
Okay. Excellent point. Thank you very much for your participation. Yes, all you have mentioned is correct. Okay. Another participant. Okay, Mrs. Abrar, you can speak up.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes. So, as the burger, we don't have a burger without the bun. We don't have
Yes.
a paragraph without an introduction and a conclusion. So, we need to start with the introduction, and then we have the body with the details, all the details that we want to talk about. And then we must finish with a good conclusion.
Thank you. Yes, this is the main thing, is that we have to have the introduction and the concluding sentences. And as Mrs. Ruba has mentioned, we have to write different information into the body. We have Mrs. Asma, she said that it's one piece. Mr. Khalid said that it's for unity. Mr. Said said that the opening and the closing lines should be strictly about the basic topic. Excellent point. Yes, these are the main things we have. So the burger paragraph has, or the burger has the bread at the top and at the end, and we have different things in middle. We have the meat, we have the mayonnaise, we have tomatoes, etc. So this is similar to writing a paragraph. We have the paragraph here. You said that we have to have the topic or the introductory paragraph sentence and the concluding sentence. So the first thing, the bread, we cannot eat it alone. We have to add other things. The top part of the burger is the topic sentence, and the last part of the burger is the concluding sentence. So the topic and the concluding sentences should be related to each other, and we will see how. Whereas the things in the middle are the things that make the burger more delicious. The bread alone is not that delicious, but with all the things we have, it will be more delicious. So the things we have in the middle are the supporting sentences, the statistics, the examples, the information, the explanation, the details. So all of them are in the middle of the paragraph. So these are the parts of the paragraph. We have three main parts for the paragraph. We have the topic sentence, the first part of the paragraph. Then we have the supporting sentences, and finally we have the concluding sentence. So these are the main three parts of the paragraph that are similar to the burger paragraph. Okay, now we will start with each part of these paragraph of these main types, and for each one I will talk about different things. The first thing is the topic sentence. In the topic sentence, I will talk about its definition. We have different types for writing the topic sentence. I will give some examples. Then you have to practice. You have to know the sentence, and you have to write a topic sentence about a topic I will give to you. Okay, so the topic sentence. What do you know about the topic sentence? If you like, you can speak up. Or you can write. What do you know about the types? Why do we have a topic sentence? Can you give or can you speak up or writing about anything you know about the topic sentence related to its definition, the types, how to write it? Okay. Is there anybody who would like to speak up or to write? Okay, thank you. So it's the main idea. Thank you, Mr. Khalid. This is the main thing. When you want to write about something, you have to have the main idea, the topic you want to talk about. So you have to define the main topic you want to talk about, the main idea, as Mr. Khalid has mentioned. Okay. So to begin writing your paragraph, you have to have a clear idea of what the paragraph should be, and the following sentences will support this main topic or main idea. Mrs. Bushra said that it's the most important sentence in the paragraph. Yes, it's the most important one because it tells you the topic. It gives the reader a hint about what will the paragraph be about, if the reader will continue reading or not. Mr. said that it's about an introduction for the topic. Yes, so these are the main points for the topic sentences. Introduction about the topic, the main idea, and it's the most important part. Mainly, we write the topic sentence at the beginning of our introduction. But some writers, the most professional writers, prefer not to write it at the beginning. But for today, we will try to write it at the beginning because it's the main idea and it will give us the topic. Okay, so this is the definition of the topic sentence. It's usually the first sentence in the paragraph, and it introduces the main idea of the paragraph. Okay, Mr. Sayed said that any quote related to the given topic. Yes, many professional writers start their writing with a quote. Some start their paragraphs with a question. But for today, we will only write a sentence so that all people can start writing in a good way. Okay. As for the types, mainly we have two types for writing the topic sentence, or two forms for writing the topic sentence. It's a sentence. It can be of a general statement, or it can give you a hint about the supporting sentences. Okay, so I will talk mainly about this picture, which is about traffic congestion or traffic jam that we face in different cities, and أزمة المواصلات الخانقة that we have in cities. And my graph will be about the negative effects of the traffic condition. So I give you a topic. It's about the traffic condition, and I want you to write mainly about the negative effects. So how to write our topic sentence? I can make it as simple as I can. Traffic condition has negative effects because I will talk about the traffic condition first, and I will talk only about negative effects. I will not talk about the advantages and disadvantages. I will not talk about, for example, solutions. I will not talk about the results, about the causes of the traffic condition. I will only talk about the negative effects. Okay, I can develop my topic sentence more by talking about the supporting sentences. I can give you the topics of the supporting sentences I can have. For example, I can say that the traffic condition has effects on people and environment. So I will talk about people. The second sentence will be about people, and the third sentence will be about the environment, the negative effects on people and the negative effects on environment. So these are the two types of sentences or topic sentences. It can be a general statement, or it can be a general statement plus the topic of the supporting sentences. um, Good. Thank you very much, Mr. Sayed. You have written that traffic congestion is one of the biggest problems in metropolitan cities. Mumtaz. Thank you. But here you are talking about the problems. So you will talk about its problems in these cities. You have a different topic here. I'm talking about the negative effects, and you are talking about the problems. By the way, your sentence is for the introductory paragraph, not for the body, unless you will talk about the problems itself. Okay. Now, I will give you some examples about topic sentences that we can have. Okay, so traffic congestion has bad pollution. Thank you very much. You are giving, so you will talk about the pollution itself. So this is a supporting sentence, Mr. Khalid, that you will talk about pollution has or causes bad pollution. Uh, or you can make it the topic sentence. Traffic congestion has bad pollution or causes bad pollution, and you can give different examples to support your audio. Excellent topic sentence. Okay. By the way, you have given two topic sentences. There is no need for more examples. There are many possible contributing factors to global warming. So I will talk only about the factors here. Here, education increases your social and economic status. I will focus on education, and I will focus on its social first and economic status, the second point. And in the third one, we will talk about the reasons for having high school certificate or graduating from high school is important for many different reasons. Why? I will talk about different reasons. Now it's your turn. I have two activities for you. The first activity is to know the topic sentence we have for this paragraph. Sorry, Bella, we have a paragraph, and you have to know the best topic sentence for it. I only want to get the link so that I can share it with you. Okay. Wow. No, not here. Okay. Support here or start your quiz. I will share a link with you so that you can choose the best topic sentence for this paragraph. اوكي نو حطهم على start. Okay, why do I have this? Okay, so I will share it now. share in the chat box. Okay. Okay, bad internet connection, I think. No. It's loading. Okay. Sorry for this. Okay. Until it works, I have another activity. Okay, type your message here. Okay, so you have the link where you can log in and do the quiz. You have a paragraph and you have to know the topic sentence for this paragraph. So you can do it, yes. You can log in and you can do the activity. Okay, I will share it with you. Start. You have 1 minute to finish. Okay, so are you done? So which sentence is the best topic sentence for this paragraph? Okay, maybe I don't want to go once again to the website because the internet connection is not that good. Okay, so it's three. Okay, it's three. Okay, let me check. It's not three. Okay, so you mentioned that it's three. Species are becoming extinct due to hunting. Land endangered species are becoming extinct. Endangered species are the result of hunting and fishing. I have different answers that it's three. Okay, excellent. We have Mrs. Abrar, okay, Mrs. Anwar, okay, Mr. Khalid, Mr. Sayed. Yes, good answers, Mrs. Abrar. So the answer is three. The answer is three. Why it's three? Because if you come back to the paragraph, you will see talking about two main things. Talking about hunting for land animals, and then at the end of the paragraph, it's talking about about tuna, sharks, etc. So it's talking about fishing. So we have two things. The first hunting, then it's about fishing. So it's not only the hunting, due to hunting, no, because we also have about fishing. It's not only about the land, no, we are talking about hunting and fishing together. So the best quick sentence for this paragraph is literally, thank you for the people who their answers, and the best of my congratulations for those who answered correctly. Now, another activity you have is to write a topic sentence for this topic. I have a topic for you. Write a topic sentence about the importance of online learning. So what I want you to do is to write a topic sentence. Write a topic sentence about the importance of online learning. And you have 1 minute to write the topic. Okay, you can start. Write a topic sentence about the importance of online learning. You have 1 minute. Please turn off the music. Sorry for the music. Okay, so have you written anything about the importance of online music? Okay, online learning has a blessing incurred due to COVID-19. Was a blessing incurred during COVID-19. Good topic sentence. So you will talk about COVID-19 basically and why it's a blessing. Okay, good topic sentence, Mr. Sayed. Good. The online learning is very important. So here we will talk about why it's important. I like your sentence, Mr. Abdeslam. You have taken the words we have here. So you formed a sentence or a topic sentence from the topic we have. The importance of online learning. You mentioned that the online learning is very important. Mr. Khalid said online learning is basic for our education for any serious circumstances. So you will talk about its effect on education. Good. Online learning has many benefits in education. Excellent point. You replace the word importance with benefit. Okay, so you will talk about the benefits. Good thing. Tricky. Yes. Online learning has many benefits. Good point. Thank you. The same as Mrs. Anwar. Yes. So instead of talking about its importance, you have written that it has different blessings or benefits. Online learning become essential in our learning routine. Okay, become essential. You will talk why it's online learning is a genuine and important path to overcome a lot of challenges. So you will talk about why it's important and you will talk about the challenges we face. Okay, online learning has become an essential part of our life. We will talk about why it's essential part. Okay, excellent topic sentence. Thank you very much. So you have to keep these topic sentences because you will write after few minutes some of the supporting sentences. Now, we are done with the topic sentence and you have done excellent work with the topic sentences. Now we will talk about the supporting sentences and you have written good, excellent topic sentences. In the supporting sentences, we'll talk about the definition of supporting sentences, the components. As Mrs. Ruba has mentioned, some of the components. We will talk about connectors or transitions. We will give different examples, and finally, we will practice writing supporting sentences. So you have already mentioned that supporting sentences are to support the or to explain the topic sentence. You have a topic sentence and you have to explain it, to have relevant ideas related to the idea we have or the topic we have. So supporting sentences are to develop, to explain the main idea of the paragraph, and they state the important points about the main idea. As you have mentioned in the topic sentences, you will talk about, for example, why it's important. You will talk about the importance, the benefits of online learning. You will talk about COVID-19. You will talk about circumstances. So you will give important points about the main idea you will discuss. And you mentioned that the supporting sentences have details. These details are supporting the topic as facts, examples, statistics, reasons. When you have, for example, a study, explanations, etc. As the burger or the things you can add to make it more delicious. So you can add as much information as you can, but under the condition that they are related to the topic sentence. You can add facts, examples, explanation, reasons. If you are talking about advantages and disadvantages, etc. If you are talking about a problem, why this is a problem, why or how to solve it. If you are talking about solutions, so you can support your ideas as much as you can. We need clarification and explanation to support the main idea. Thank you, Mr. Khalid. Yes, I have the topic, the main idea. I cannot make it only general. I have to support it. I have to make my ideas clear. So we have to have explanation and clarification about them. And supporting sentences should be clear, simple sentences that express exactly what you want to say. There is no need for highly difficult sentences that people cannot read or many irrelevant sentences. There is no need. You can give or you can extend, as Mr. Khalid said, we can extend our ideas using simple sentences. And Mr. Sayed said that there are many platforms to implement online learning in schools and colleges. For example, Microsoft Teams and Zoom. Yes, so we can implement. So here you will talk about the platforms mainly. Due to COVID-19, we have different ways to develop our writing and to develop our learning as Teams, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, etc. Now, uh, for sure, there are different types of sentences. You can talk about cause. Some paragraphs are talking about comparing and contrasting ideas. Some of them can show sequence, cause and effect, or they can highlight important ideas. So you have to progress your ideas smoothly in the text. You have to move from idea to another idea using transitions or connectors. Can you write some of the transitions you have in the chat box? Write some of the transitions, some of the connectors, linkers you have in mind. If you want to write something, you have to use a transition to make your writing more coherent, more cohesive, to move smoothly from one idea to another, to link the sentences together. So can you write some of the transitions you have in mind in the chat box? Okay, so let me read. If you have written something, Okay, although, however, but, and,
Yes, nice.
consequently, in addition, although, so, on the other hand, on the one hand, on the other hand, otherwise, moreover, moreover, compared to offline learning, online is effective in terms of output or result. So, offline, you are giving a sentence, Mr. Sayed. So you will compare and contrast the offline and the online learning. Good. So you started talking about sentences because despite the fact that, excellent, thank you very much. By the way, the connectors and the transitions are many. We cannot, or I cannot give you them, all of them to you. We have some connectors for adding, for the sequencing, for illustrating cause and effect, for comparing, qualifying, contrasting, emphasizing. So on the contrary, so you have mentioned some of the transitions we can use. We can use first, second, third. We can use because, for instance, such as while, as well as, moreover, first, second, third, because, so, etc. In particular, finally, we mention in our writing, this is what I see, first, second, third, which has become a cliche. So it's not preferable to write first, second, third, etc. We can use different connectors or different phrases to make our writing more smooth. In addition to, eventually, excellent. Thank you very much for your transitions. Now, we will continue with our topic about traffic congestion, and we will have some of the supporting sentences. Okay, I will not give the supporting sentences here. So I will delete them. Okay. See, I have deleted my supporting sentences. Okay, okay. Can you mention some of the supporting sentences you can write about the effects of the traffic condition on people and environment? I want you to write two supporting sentences. We mainly have to write two supporting sentences because we have to write a supporting sentence about people and a supporting sentence about the environment. So I want to hear from you, or I want to read your ideas about two supporting sentences. Write two supporting sentences, one about the people and one about the environment, to support your ideas. Okay, 2 minutes.
Yes, yes. So please write two supporting sentences in the chat box in order to read them after that.
Okay, so we have
Okay.
a break. Do we have a break? Sorry, I didn't hear.
No, no, no. I said, sorry, wait a minute.
Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, yes. Yes, I said Mrs. Wala wants you to write two supporting ideas in the chat box, and then after that we will read some of them.
thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm at home.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, you
Good luck.
reached your home
Alhamdulillah.
safe and sound.
Yes. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yes. I was following you while I was inside the car. Yes, great. So let's see who was the first one to write the first supporting sentence for the topic sentence, which says traffic congestion has negative effects on people and environment. Mr. Sayed says traffic congestion affects environment, which leads to health issues of public or people. Great, Mr. Sayed, thank you. Yes, let's see who is the second one. Please be active with Mrs. Wala because the topic is so important for us as educators and for our students as well. Thank you. Yes, one more minute.
Yes.
Yes, Bushra said, first, it wastes your time and it delays you from your work. She means it makes delay.
Yes, so this is an effect on people. Excellent. She used
Yes,
a, a connector first and she started talking about people. Mrs. Anwar also
yes,
said that traffic congestion leads to make people late from their work in the morning. So this is another effect on people.
yes,
Okay.
good. Also, Mrs. Bushra says, first, it wastes, no. Jaya Sherry said, traffic makes you frustrated.
Yes.
Yes. And also, Abdessalam Ammari adds, they pose risks to the health of living organisms. Thank you.
Excellent.
Great answers.
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who will be the second or the third, the 10th one? Please be active.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So these are some of the answers we have. You talked about being late in the morning. So this is a negative effect on people. Excellent point. We talked about health issues on public or people. This is another negative effect on people. Excellent point. And you talked about the risks of living organisms. So this is about a negative effect on environment. Excellent points. Thank you very much. You have used only one transition, which is first. I have another way to start your supporting sentences. You can say first, second, third, etc. The first thing we can say to begin with. This is a good way to start writing. Instead of writing first, you can say to begin with. So I can use it for any sentence you have mentioned. For example, to begin with, traffic congestion leads to making lead or makes people late for their work in the morning. So this is the first supporting sentence. Um, for the second sentence, we can use another transition. Instead of saying secondly, third, etc., you can use in addition, also, to another effect إلى آخرها. So Mrs. Anwar has said, in addition to its terrible effect on people, it pollutes the air we breathe. Thank you. So she has used another transition, which is in addition with the sentence. Then she continued about the environment. Excellent points. You have joined the effects on people and the environment as well. Mr. Sayed said, if okay, if a traffic congestion problem is solved, traveling can be fun. Okay, this is a good sentence, Mr. Sayed, but it's not related to the negative effects. We have to talk the negative effects to talk about the negative effects on people and the environment. You can make it in another way. Additionally, traffic congestion causes a problem, traveling problems instead of solving the problem. So you joined it, you talking about the environment. Additionally, traffic congestion causes traveling problems. Okay, I like to use these transitions. I like to use to begin with, then another negative effect, and we can use finally. I wrote three supporting sentences, whereas I have to write only two because I'm talking about people and environment. I have another thing. When you write your sentences, try to make them on the same pattern. What I mean is that, for example, I wrote, they cause stress for drivers. If I finish my sentence here, the coming sentences should be the same. For example, they cause stress to drivers, they cause emergency problems, they cause traveling problems. So they are on the same pattern. I used here a comma, then I explained why. leading to health problems. In the second sentence, therefore, not be able to get the help on time. I explained. For the third one, when I talked about carbon dioxide, I talked about its problems contributing to greenhouse effect. So when you write your sentence, try to make them in the same pattern. Not only a simple sentence, you can develop them. And when you start developing them, you have to continue the same for the whole sentences. Okay, so this is the answer for the paragraph we have done at the beginning of the of our section. Okay, now you have to practice it. You have to start here. You have two topic sentences, and you have to know the best supporting sentences for these topic sentences. I have a topic sentence, and you have to know the best two supporting sentences for these topics. Okay, so you have them here. You have the link. You can join the quiz to know the best supporting sentences for the topics I have given you. Okay, I sent you the link. I don't think I have it here. Okay, so you have the link, and you have to give us the best supporting sentences for the topic. Practice. Let me try to. So the main cause of deforestation اللي هو التصحر. So which are the best options? Sorry if I have the sound. I muted. Okay, so this is the first. Okay, I don't know both financial. Okay, so I will answer these two. Submit. I don't know the main answer. Okay, I believe that you should be done. Okay.
Yes, we have done.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
for the first one, I will not go for the link because of the internet connection. Okay, so let's start with the first one we have. So which sentences are the best topic sentences, are the best supporting sentences for the topic? You have two main supporting sentences. Which ones, which two sentences have you answered? Let me see in the chat box what you have. Okay. So the main cause of deforestation are commercial farming by big business and farming by people. So which one is, or which two sentences are the best for this topic sentence? 2 and 3. Okay, it seems that I have, okay, 2 and 3. Okay, so Mrs. Abrar has said that it's 2 and 3. For Mrs. Anwar, she said that it's 1 and 2 for the main cause of deforestation. Okay, other answers 1 and 3 by Mrs.